imagine charging an electric vehicle to go like 600 miles in the exact amount of time it takes you to buy a cup of coffee. Today's deep dive is a high-speed journey into the tech making that reality possible.
Right, the holy grail of automotive tech, basically.
Exactly. We are looking at solid-state batteries today, and specifically how Nissan has this massive 2028 gamble to drop traditional liquid batteries entirely. I mean, it could double your range, slash prices, and really upend the booming Chinese EV market.
Yeah, it's a massive pivot in electrochemical architecture because for years, the main bottleneck in EV performance has just been the liquid electrolyte.
Right, because his liquids are heavy, right?
Heavy, and they require really complex cooling loops. Plus, as anyone following the industry knows, they carry that constant risk of thermal runaway,
Yeah.
fires.
Right, yeah. Think of a traditional liquid battery like trying to swim across a choppy pool. Like the ions are moving, but it takes energy and the environment can get super volatile.
That is a great analogy.
Thanks. So, a solid state separator is like building a dedicated high speed footbridge over that pool. The ions just cross much faster, and there is literally no liquid to boil over or catch fire.
Exactly. And because you aren't dealing with sloshy liquid, you gain all this structural stability. It's like upgrading from a fragile water balloon to a dense, incredibly stable brick.
Which brings us to what Nissan actually achieved this past April, right? At their Yokohama plant.
Yeah, they successfully stacked 23 solid-state layers into a single vehicle-ready prototype pack.
Wait, I hear 23 layers and I immediately wonder about the physics of that. I mean, solid state has notoriously been stuck in the lab forever.
Oh, totally.
So how does stacking them that densely not just instantly melt down from trapped heat?
Well, because that solid footbridge you mentioned doesn't just pass ions quickly, it physically resists the heat buildup that liquid suffers from under stress.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah, the solid separator inherently blocks those microscopic tendrils, they're called dendrites, that usually pierce traditional batteries and cause short circuits. So you can pack the layers incredibly tight and do it safely.
Okay, that makes sense on a physical level, but here's my real skepticism with this whole 2028 vision.
Let's hear it.
Well, I hear cutting edge and 23 layers, and honestly, all I see are, dollar signs. If this is sci-fi tech, won't it cost a fortune to put in a consumer car? Like, how is Nissan going to avoid bankrupting the buyer?
It's a fair question. They are actually attacking the cost from two angles. First, they partnered with Gelion and Oxford University to move away from expensive metals like nickel and cobalt.
Right, the rare earth stuff.
Exactly. Instead, they're using nano-encapsulated sulfur.
Wait, sulfur? I mean, sulfur is globally abundant and vastly cheaper, sure, but doesn't it normally degrade really quickly in batteries?
It does, yeah,
Yeah.
but encapsulating it at a nano level literally traps the molecules.
Oh,
Right. The ions can still get in and out to hold a charge, but the sulfur itself is locked in place, so it can't degrade the battery. It gives them a cheap material that actually lasts.
that is wild. And what is the second angle?
Manufacturing. So Nissan is partnering with LiCap Technologies to use an activated dry electrode process.
Which skips the liquid solvent.
Completely. I mean, traditional battery manufacturing uses toxic liquid solvents to coat the electrodes, which then require massive energy-draining drying ovens to bake the solvents back out.
Right, those ovens are huge.
Yeah, they take up so much space. By switching to a dry process, they just mix the active materials and roll them directly onto the foil under pressure. Removing those ovens cuts the factory footprint drastically.
And drops energy consumption by a massive margin, I imagine.
Exactly.
Well, that reduction in overhead is what makes the 2028 timeline actually believable for mass market prices. And the specs they are targeting are just wild.
They really are.
We are talking over 1,000 kilometers of range, one-third the charging time. And there is even serious talk of a 1,000 kilowatt next generation GTR, the Godzilla, running on this solid-state powertrain.
It's super ambitious, especially when you look at the global silent battery war happening right now.
Right, the competition is fierce.
Oh, yeah. We have to acknowledge that Chinese rivals, specifically CATL, are rolling out semi-solid tech right now. They're arguably a year or two ahead in terms of getting vehicles on the actual road.
Sure, CATL is moving fast, but Nissan seems perfectly fine playing the long game here.
Yeah, they aren't rushing a semi-solid compromise.
Right. They're banking on this slow-cooked, highly profitable margin strategy, like the abundant sulfur and dry manufacturing, so that when they do launch in 2028, they can undercut the market on price with a fully mature technology.
It's a calculated risk, for sure. But if it pays off, it doesn't just change the EV landscape. I mean, it dramatically alters consumer habits.
Which actually brings up a huge point for you listening right now. Since this tech is hitting mass production by 2028, it completely rewrites the timeline for anyone holding EV keys at this very moment.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, if you bought an EV between 2020 and 2023, the smartest financial move might be to not sell it just yet.
Right, just hold on to it.
Exactly. If you hold on to it until 2028, you ride out that steep early depreciation. And then you can leapfrog straight over the awkward middle phase of battery tech into this vastly superior solid state generation.
Yeah, you totally avoid trading a slightly older liquid battery for a slightly newer one and just wait for the high-speed footbridge.
Exactly. You just skip right to the good stuff. Well, thank you so much for joining us on this deep dive today.
Thanks for having me. It was a blast.
And if you appreciated the episode and learned something new, please smash a like. We will see you next time.